Hello, hello.
Yes.
So I think that microphone is problem. Hello? Hello?
Yes.
Hello, hello. Microphone. Okay. We have some question from last lesson. Do you have question? I remember I asked you some. I gave you some question and then we answered before the lessons, right? Okay, who answers the question? Raise your hands, please. Yes, Nguyễn Việt Thành, please. Can you edit your name with the number first?
Just wait me 1 minute.
Yes. Okay. Mr. Thành, number 45. Answer the question, please.
There's 3 questions. You want me to answer all?
Hello?
Hey, can you hear me? Hi.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Which question do you want to answer me?
I already do it also. You want me to answer question 1 to 3? I can answer all.
Yes.
First, question 1 is that the definition of the trade bill and the bank bill.
Oh, it's very difficult for me to listen your voice. I don't know what happened to.
Let me try. Can you hear me now?
Yes. Yeah. Wait for me 1 minute.
Yes.
Okay. Answer the question, please.
Can you hear me clearly now?
Yes, better, but
Still.
not that. Yes. Okay, but I try.
The first question is what is the trade bill and what is the bank bill?
Yeah.
Yes. Wait me.
Trade bill and bank bill, right?
Yes. Trade bill is a timestamp of bill or bill of exchange become a trade acceptance when signed by an acceptor, and the bank bill is referred to a money market investment instrument offered with a relatively short time frame until maturity that generally range from between 30 to 180 days. A bank bill will usually be purchased by an investor at a discount to its expected value when it matures.
Okay, but I think that we should explain shortly and clearly. So now, when we say this bill is a trade bill, what does it mean? It means that look at the issuer or drawer. So if the drawer is an exporter or seller or exporter, I mean that exporter issue the B or seller issue the B, that BE called trade bill. So it depends on who issues the BE. If the seller or the exporter issues the B, seller and exporter are issuer, drawer, so it is trade bill. What about bank bill? Bank bill means a bank issues a letter, issue bill of exchange. For example, Vietcombank issues a BE, bill of exchange. Vietcombank issues B and send the B to the importer or to other bank. So in this case, the BE issue is issued by Vietcombank, name bank bill. So when we say about bank bill, it means the issuer is a bank, commercial bank. Is that clear for you? Is it clear for you?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So now, it doesn't matter who drawee is. For example, exporter issue a B and send to the importer. In this case, importer is drawee, the payer, or exporter creates the bill BE and ask a bank to pay it. I just said two different cases, but all of them still are trade bill because the issuer is seller in two cases. So in international trade and in international payments, we use both trade bill and bank bill. So maybe you have a question. When we use both of them in a one transaction, I mean that simultaneously at the same time, why we use both of them? Don't worry. When we study chapter 3, I will explain to you in which case, after receiving BE from the exporter, the bank has to create a BE, I mean that the bin of exchange. So don't worry from now. From now, just you need to remember who is issuer, who is an issuer. If the issuer is a seller, so it is trade bill. If a bank, any commercial bank, issue BE, so that BE is called bank bill. Okay. So now we move to the second question. Thank you, Mr. Tang. Okay. What about the question number 2?
I think the best choice for drawer is side bill because when the drawee receives the goods, they cannot postpone the
Sorry, I
paying.
forgot the question. Can you repeat the question first and then the answer?
Your second question is which one is the best for the drawer, a side bill or a time bill?
Okay.
Yeah, my answer is the best choice for drawer is a side bill because when the drawee receives the good, they cannot postpone paying the money and have to discharge immediately. I think that.
Your answer is right. When you state that the SI bill is the best for the drawer, it's right. But the way you explain, not really perfect. Why I said that? You said because you said when is the importer receive the goods, something. But I think that for outside bill, remember, outside bill means the importer, the drawee, I mean that payer, makes payments when the importer's bank receives the BE. Imagine I am exporter and I create the BE 5 days ago. I created a BE 5 days ago. I am exporter. After creating the BE, I send the BE to my bank. For example, in this case, I should choose a bank, make it easier for you to understand. For example, I use service of Agribank. For example, Agribank is my bank. Agribank is a bank serve me. Okay, so I send the B to my bank, to Agribank. After checking all documents, Agribank send or forward the B to importer's bank. For example, BOC, Bank of China. BOC, Bank of China. The BOC is a bank of the importer, of Chinese importer. Okay, so now Agribank send the BE to BOC. Look at the content of the BE. We see at site. It means BOC informs the importer that at site B, I mean that the importer, you have to pay for the B. Okay, if the importer agrees to pay, so the importer makes payment. It doesn't mean the importer receive the goods. He has received the goods or not. We don't see the relation between receiving the goods and making the payment. So just focus on the time of making payment. At side bill, the importer pays immediately after receiving the bill by importer's bank. So for the drawer, I mean that the person who receive payment, who get payment, will be better because the exporter, the drawer, does not wait for a long time. So imagine if you receive the payment or you get paid earlier, it will be much better than you receive the payment in the future. You have to wait for a long time because you can lessen the risk. Maybe today the importer want to pay you. He has idea that pay you, but maybe in the future nobody knows what happened. Nobody knows what happened. Maybe the importer changed their mind. Maybe the importer has no money. Maybe the importer wants to use their money for other things. That's why for you, exporter, drawer, receive payment as soon as possible, as soon as good. Okay, so your answers, the answer of Mr. Tang is right. And the way we explain, I just gave for you. Is it clear for you? Is it clear for you? I mean that all of you. If you don't understand, ask me, but hopefully you understand my meaning. Clear for you?
Yes.
Hello, Miss 46?
Yes, I understand. I got your point.
Okay, thank you. Okay, now we move to another question. Who answers the question? Next question. I remember we have a lot of questions. Of course, Mr. Tang still wants to answer the question, but I really want other. Yes. So because I gave you question from last Tuesday. So you have 2 days to prepare. You have 2 days, okay? So now, because of nobody wants to answer the question, so Mr. Tang, please.
The third question is which content of the BE are compulsory? So
okay, so I wait for me 1 minute. I share my screen. Okay, on the slide we have one example of the bin of exchange. We have a number from 1 to number 10. Okay, so slowly please explain which one is compulsory content. Compulsory content or mandatory content in Vietnamese. Bắt buộc.
I think the date, which is the time zone in the BE is compulsory because it helps us to determine the majority date of the bill.
Mm-hmm.
And
so you mean that number 5 on the slide, right?
Yeah.
Okay, issuing date. Remember, issuing date or date of issue or date for issue. They are the same. They are all one and the same. Ngày phát hành. Issuing date, date of issue, date for issue. In Vietnamese, ngày phát hành. Okay, Mr. Tang said that number 5 is compulsory. He explained that number 5 is compulsory because we need to have in order to calculate the due date. Is that your meaning, right?
Correct.
Okay, so now I have a question for you. Look at the content of the slide. According to payment time, we have at side B. Look at the number 6. We have at side B. Okay. So now this BE issue on 27. September. Now, suppose I have another BE, but the issuing date was 27th of October. I mean that 1 month later, 1 month different. The 2BE has the same type of payment. I mean that at side B. Okay, so now in my hands, the drawer has two different BE. First one issued on 27 September. Second one issued on 27 October. They state at-side payment. And then the exporter sent all of the BE to the importer's bank. Something happened, and then all of them arrives at importer's bank at the same time. At the same time. So my question, what do you think about due date for two bill of exchange? Same time, same payment time, or 1 month different? What do you think? Same or different payment time, due date? Sorry, same or different payment due date? Due date?
Different due date.
Different or same?
Different due date, of course.
Why?
This one is September. The other one is October.
Sorry, 27 is the issuing date of the BE1. 27 October is issuing date of BE2. 1 month different. Yes?
Yeah.
They arrive at importer's bank at the same time. What do you think about due date for the two cases? 2BE, same due date or different due date? I think that I should appoint some others. Miss Khánh Huyền, please.
I think they have the importer have to pay at the same time.
Okay, so you're right. And then now I have a question for you, Miss Khánh Huyền. You just said the due date for the two cases are the same because we have the same side time, right? Okay, so now I have a question. If you said that we have same time, same payment time, same due date, so is it necessary to have issuing date in this case? Mr. Thành said that issuing date is compulsory. And now we are analyzing about two different examples. And then after answering the question, I have a new question for you. That the question is, because there is no relation between due date and issuing date in this case, so can we omit the issuing date? Yes or no, Miss Khánh Huyền?
I think it's a no, because as BE, we need to calculate the time that the importer's bank received the BE.
It doesn't matter the BE when the BE issue, right?
Yes.
So you said that we can omit we can omit the due date, right?
Sorry, what omit me?
there is no, when you issue the B, you don't need to have issuing date.
Yes, in this case, SI BE, so we don't need it. I think so.
So what about your answer? When if I ask you, is issuing date compulsory? The answer is yes or no.
I think in this case, it's in no.
So okay. So now, what about the right answer? After two students answer the question, Miss Khánh and Mr. Nhật Thành, what about the conclusion? Okay, remember. Number 5, I mean that issuing date is a compulsory content. Compulsory, not optional. Compulsory or mandatory, nội dung bắt buộc. Why? The first reason, based on issuing date, we can know exactly which law governing the B transaction. Now I am giving you an example. Okay, yes, just example. Okay, this BL, this B on the slide issued on 27 September 2008. Suppose that we issued a new law forbidden exchange on 1st of October. We issue, we revise, or we have a new law forbidden exchange on 1st of October, same year, right? Same year, of course. And 1 month later, I mean that in November, exporter and buyer argue each other. I mean that the importer and the exporter has dispute. Okay, so now what do you think? Which law will be applied to solve this problem? Previous law or current law? Now I repeat, the BE issued on 27 September. On 1st of October, we had a new law forbidden exchange. In November, they dispute each other. My question is, which law will be applied? The previous or the current law? What do you think? Miss 46, please.
I'm sorry, I don't have the answer yet.
Who answers my question? Thank you. Number 36 and then 39. 36 first. 36, please. Hello? Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I think previous law.
Previous law. Okay. Thank you. Number 39, please.
I think that's previous law.
Yes. So same answer, right?
Yes.
Okay. They answer right. Okay. We look at the date of issue. So we refer to the law. Of course, 27, at that time, we still use a previous law. That's why we cannot use the current law to solve dispute between them. Okay? That's why it is very important for parties to the transaction. The second reason, write out please. The second reason is sometimes we calculate the due date. Sometimes we calculate the due date based on the issuing date. Remember, I just said sometimes only. I mean that not for all cases. Sometimes we calculate the due date based on the issuing date. For example, if we use term 30 days after date, so of course in this case we calculate from the issuing date, or 60 days from the date, or 30 days from BL date, and BL date has the same date as issuing date of the BE. Of course, in this case, we need to calculate, we need the information. That's why I said the number 5 is compulsory. Okay, so now we finished number 5. What about the others? I mean that we have 10 contents on the slide of the BE. So number 5 is compulsory, right? What do you think about number 1? Number 1. Look at the content on the slide. Number 1 is bill of exchange. It is a title of the BE. Tiêu đề của cổ phiếu. A title to the BE. Title. Tiêu đề. Bill of exchange. Is it necessary to have that word bill of exchange or exchange or draft appear on the BE? Compulsory or optional content? Answer the question, please. Now, please, I think that maybe you didn't use your time at home to prepare the question. That's why I'm going to give you 5 minutes more. And then you can discuss with your classmate. What do you think about number 1? What do you think about number 2? What do you think number 3, number 6? Okay, based on ULB. Easy for you to search from the internet. ULB. ULB stands for Uniform Law for Bill of Exchange. Or you can use law on negotiable instruments of Vietnam. Luật các công cụ chuyển nhượng của Việt Nam. Okay, so I give you 5 minutes to prepare. Okay, 5 minutes from now. It's 10:11 in my time. So okay, from now you have 5 minutes. So we come back to answer the question at 10:16. Okay, answer the question, please. Okay, what do you think about number 1? Bill of exchange title to a BE. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Number 1, please. First content, please. Answer the first question. Explain about the first content. Bill of exchange, compulsory or optional content.
According to the law,
Yes.
bill
Which
of
law?
exchange, I read.
Sorry, who is speaking? Who is speaking?
Number 10.
Number 10. Okay, please.
So I read the Vietnamese law. So
Yes.
they said that the phrase bill of exchange must be printed on the front page so as for the bill of exchange to be legal.
So you mean that compulsory, right?
Yes.
Okay, it's right. Okay, according to Vietnamese law and also according to ULB, the title to the bill is a compulsory. That it means on the front side, or on the face of the bill, it must appear. But remember, you can use different words to demonstrate the title. For example, you can use bill of exchange, or you can use exchange, or you can use draft. They are all one and the same. Bill of exchange or draft. Okay, very good. Thank you, Mr. Tan. Okay, so what do you think about number 2? Number two on the slide, you can see number 1, 2, 3. Number 1, 2, 3. Okay, is it compulsory or optional content? Answer the question, please. Now, select randomly. Okay, maybe Mr. Nguyễn Trung Khánh, number 23. 23.
According to Vietnamese law, the number 3 is compulsory.
Number 2 or number 3?
Number 3.
Number 3 is that the amount, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Number 2 is not mentioned in the law in Vietnam, so I think it's optional.
Okay. So now we answer for the number 3 first. Number 3 is the amount of BE. You said compulsory, right?
Yes.
Okay. Look at on the slide. We have the amount 2 times in figure and in words. Okay. And in this case, the number in words and in figure are the same, right?
Yes.
Okay. So now my question: what happens if they are different? The number, the value, the amount in figures, I mean that in number is different from in words. So based on Vietnamese law, please answer the question. If they are not the same, for example, in this case, in words, in numbers, they say 1400 US dollars. But in words, they used American, United States, 1,405 or
Uh,
1,450. So which one will be used to pay?
According to Vietnamese law, I see that the number that is written in the letter will be the money that you have to pay.
But we have some extra cases. Yes, I agree with you that they must be the same, right? But we have some extra cases when they are not different. So which one will be used?
The one that is written by letter, not the number,
Yes.
will be used.
Okay. So thank you very much. Can you show your classmate exact article điều khoản?
Can you open the allowance for me to share the screen?
Yes. Okay. Wait for me 1 minute. I stop my sharing first, and then I accept your. Wait. 1 minute. Okay, done. Yeah. Can you make it bigger? Okay. So it is number 3 in article 16, sub-article 3, article 16, sub-article 3. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so look at the sub-article 3. Sub-article 3. We also have this law in English version. Very easy for you to find in English version for this law. But of course, Vietnamese translate into English. Okay, look at the sub-article 3. Sub-article 3. We have some different extra cases. First cases is the amount in the figure is different from in number in a letter in words. What about the second extra case? We use yes, please.
If the money in the BE is written in difference, they can be the smallest value written by the letter in the BE.
Now, for example, on the slide, on the front side of the BE, we say we use 2 times in number, not in letter. First one, 1,500 US dollars. Second time, 1,600. So we can see difference, 1,500 and 1,600, 1,600. Difference. All of them in number only, in numbers only. So which one will be used? The small one or
the smallest one?
Yes, the smallest one. Okay. So now remember, when you do business, you have a lot of different partners. Maybe they are very careful. They are very serious to create the BE. That's why the number, the amount in number and the amount in letter are the same all the time. But sometimes some parties to the transaction, they don't care about that. And then they have some differences between number, the amount in number and the amount in words. That's why we have to, based on the law, to make decision on which one will be used for payment, for making payment. Okay, very good. This point, this regulation is the same as ULB, Uniform Law Forbidden of Exchange. Okay, so please remember some extra cases. Maybe you will meet in the final exam for this type of question. Okay, thank you very much. And now we come back my screen. Thanks, Mr. Number 10. Number 10, right?
And number 23.
Number 23. Okay, so now I share my screen. Okay, we finished number 5. We finished number 1. We finished number 3. Okay, what about number 2? Number 2 is compulsory too. Compulsory, because number of the BE like your name. When in international transaction, you have to refer many different documents. For example, you say, you are a bank, and you state that my customer, for example, you state in the message that my customer, Mr. Tang, has accepted the BE number 1238.B. And the due date will be 10 of August, 10 of November, for example. So in this case, we use number of the BE. We state in the message, in Vietnamese, payment message, điện thanh toán, or message of payment. Okay, so number 2 is compulsory. What do you think about number 4? According to Vietnamese law, according to ULB, easy for you to find out. Number 4, compulsory is compulsory or optional content. Number 4, please. Sorry, answer my question. What do you think about false content? Content number 4. Compulsory or optional content? I invite number 2, please. Hoàng Thị Vân Anh.
Can you repeat the question, please?
Look at on the slide. We have number 4 next to Hà Nội. Is that clear for you?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think it's compulsory.
Why?
Because for the information, as I read that.
When you see Hà Nội,
It's a place.
what did you understand?
I think it's a place where the employee pay the bill.
You said Hà Nội is place the employee makes payment, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so now first we have to make it clear that Hà Nội is place of what? Hà Nội is place of making payment, or Hà Nội is a place of issue the B?
I think it's a place where they issue the bill. So
Yes.
Sorry.
Number 4 is the place of issue the B. Nơi phát hành ra tờ hộ phiếu. Nơi phát hành ra tờ hộ phiếu. Is that important?
Yes, I think it's important. It's compulsory.
For what? For what? Why is that important?
Because
Yes. Now, conclusion, final conclusion is number 4 is compulsory.
Yes.
Because we infer something from something. Suy ra cái gì từ cái gì. So we infer the law from the place of issue. We infer the law governing the BE from from place of issue. So now for in this case Hà Nội. So when we look the place Hà Nội, we must know this BE is subject is governed by Vietnamese law. If we use the word Washington or London or Tokyo, we know exactly about which law applies subject this transaction. So the place is very important and compulsory, but sometimes we cannot find the place of issue. Sometimes we cannot find the place of issue. What happened? In that case, we have to look at the address of drawer. I mean that number 10, drawer, the issuer of the B. And then we infer the law from the place of drawer. So it means if there are no place of issue and no address of the drawer, the BE becomes invalid. Không có giá trị. I repeat, if there is no place of issue and also no address of drawer, full address of drawer, I mean that you cannot know exactly where the drawer located. You cannot know. So in that case, the BE is invalid. Okay, now what do you think about number 6? Number 6, at side. Number 6, at side of time payment. For example, at 60 days side, at 90 days side, at 30 days after BL date, etc. Okay, so what do you think option or compulsory. Is it important for parties to transaction to know about payment time? Important or not? Very easy for you because it is very logical. Yes or no? Okay, Mr. Liu Tuấn Hùng, number 20. Number 20, please. What do you think? Site, at site, or at time payment. I mean that we can change the question is that is it necessary to have payment time on the B? Payment time or time of payment?
I think the time of payment is necessary.
Yes.
Because I follow the rule of 16 subtract 1 the point C in that thời hạn thanh toán. I think that are necessary.
Can you share the screen? I stop my my screen and then you share screen. Can you share it?
Okay.
You want to share?
Okay.
Okay. So I start first and okay. Which
I think this one.
Okay, article 16.
Yes. The
Okay.
point C here.
Now, remember the way when we state about law, you say about article, you say about the name of law first, and then article, and then sub-article. For example, you say Vietnamese law, article 16, sub-article 3, or ABC.
Okay.
Okay, the name of law first, and then article 1 in Vietnamese điều 1 điều 2, and sub article khoản mục. Okay, so based on article 6 Vietnamese law, article 16, sub article what?
1. Sub article 1 and the C. Yeah.
Yes, sub-article C, right? Thời hạn thanh toán. So it is necessary content of a BE. Okay, but remember the payment time must state clearly. We cannot use as soon as possible. It is not clear, or you cannot state that payment at the first month according to Vietnamese law, according to Vietnamese culture, or according to Vietnamese custom, theo tập quán của người Việt Nam. It is unclear because look at Vietnamese custom, maybe Hanoian, and people from other province has different custom. Tập quán, very different in between Vietnam. That's why we should not use that unclear statement. Remember, payment time or time of payment must state clearly. I mean that all people, all parties to the transaction understand, have a common understanding. We have a common understanding. You cannot understand like that, and I understand like this. No, we have the same understanding. Is that clear for you?
Yes.
Okay. So now, can you stop sharing, and then we move to others content. Okay. So now, what do you think about number 7? Number 7. In this case, we see the pay to the order of Mr. X. Okay, number 7 is not optional. Not compulsory. It depends on the content of the sale contract. So sometimes you see pay to the order of Mr. X. Maybe you see the pay to Mr. X, or maybe you see nothing from the BE. So move to number 8 and number 9. Number 8 and number 9 is the full name and full address of drawee, the person who makes payment, drawee with double E in the end. Nearly the same. Number 10 is compulsory because, but we have to have, we need to have full name and full address of the drawer, ER in the end, the person who get paid. Okay, so we stop here for break time. We have 5 minutes for break time. Okay, maybe. Okay, so break time, please. Hello? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello, hello.
Yes.
Okay, very good. Okay. I hopefully we finish all questions I gave you from last lesson. Is there any question? Yes or no? Hello? Hello, hello.
Can you repeat the number 8 and 9 and 10, please?
Okay, number 8 and number 9 is full name and full address of the drawee, the person who makes payment. Full name, remember, full name and full address. For example, Tokyo Bank, and then you have to add the address of Tokyo Bank. Or Vietcombank, you have to state address of Vietcombank. For example, Vietcombank Hanoi branch at 46 Cát Linh, Đống Đa District, Hanoi. So full name and full address of the drawee. The number 10 is full name and full address of the drawer. I mean that issuer of the BE. Okay, so now we understand about the contents of the BE. Okay, so answers based on the BE on the slide. Answer the question, please. Answer the question, please. Based on the BL on the slide, who is acceptor of the BE? Acceptor, người chấp nhận. Who is acceptor? Who is endorser? Who is drawee? Who is drawer of the BE? Is the first question. The second question is how many numbers of BE was issued? How many numbers of the BE was issued? Số lượng bản hồi phiếu được phát hành. Question number 3. What type of BE? Types of BE. Okay, so we have three questions. 1 minute for each question. So you have 3 questions for preparing. Okay?